Well, 50 Cent and Big Meech were going at it.
Yeah, I seen it.
What are your thoughts?
I think that 50 Cent was doing a lot for Big Meech when he was in prison. Let me take care of his son, put him in acting school and all that stuff. I think if he knew that Rick Ross is enemy, right? So I feel like if he was going to do that move with Rick Ross, he should have just talked to 50 Cent about it. He didn't have to, but I think courtesy was to just do that. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess he didn't know how 50 Cent, I must wasn't watching it from jail, how much he gonna troll and do extra shit like that he do. You know what I mean? So like, I mean, I agree with him. I just don't think sometimes you can't tell somebody how far to take something. I just think like, if I'm looking out for your son when you're in jail, you know that's my enemy, my enemy for the past 15 years or something like that. You know you're gonna feel some type of way about it. You know what I mean? I probably didn't know he was gonna take it to this extent. You must don't know how 50 Cent get down, but you know 50 Cent taking shit all the way to the wall. So, I mean, so. But I don't know about the telling shit everybody talking about. I don't know about nothing. I mean, they said some people say this, but people say he didn't.
Well, I mean, I feel like, look, like during your heyday, when you guys were beefing with Nas, well, really Jay-Z was beefing with Nas.
Yeah, he just put us in it.
You guys put, so imagine if a video circulated of you and Nas hanging out in a bar, having drinks together. What do you think would happen with you at Rockefeller the next day?
But it would have been a problem.
Yeah.
It would have been a problem. But I mean, but he did, that's even different because if you take somebody, you in jail for all these years, you got your son in acting school, ain't got him a job, and he was a good actor. He became a good actor.
Well, I mean, think about it. Rockefeller gave you a position that was very few humans get.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? Took you out of Philly, gave you a record deal, put you on tour, put you on Hot 97, put you in music videos, did a whole bunch of stuff that potentially means millions of dollars in your pocket over the course of your lifetime.
For sure.
And then you go and hang out with the enemy of the guy that put you on.
Yeah, but now you gotta see what the time frame. Like if it was right soon as we doing it, I mean, if it was later on, maybe not as bad. But like,
no, I mean, but this is happening right now in real time.
That's what I said. I understand why
you would have gotten kicked out of Rockefeller.
Probably so.
Same day.
Probably so.
Same day.
And I would expect that.
Yeah.
I would expect. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why Big Meech ain't expect that.
Well, I mean, the story is, if you look at like kind of what transpired, because Lil Meech sent 50 a text that basically was like, yeah, we don't fuck with Ross,
I
but
seen it.
he gave my dad some money,
he needed some money,
which was gonna hold him over until my next check from the BMF TV show from the next season. 50 was like, what next season? Because here's the thing, they're saying that Lil Meech blew like $5 million in a few years, and he had nothing to show for it.
I mean, you gotta understand, if you don't know about money, that's not hard to do. It may sound crazy to a person like me, but it's not hard to do.
Me and Tony A were talking about this last time. Me and Tony, like, after we talked about this, I went through a bunch of pictures, and Tony mentioned this. Like, Lil Meech had like chrome heart jeans, and like 10 different pairs, and like all these different photos. Those like $10,000 jeans.
Oh man,
that's $100,000 just in jeans. Let's not talk about that huge BMF chain. That might be 100,000.
He said it was 200.
200,000.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about the Richard Mille watch that he almost got arrested for.
About 200.
That's another 250, maybe 300. Okay, the watch is worth something.
How old is he though?
Let me see.
I mean, you gotta understand if you're young. I mean, you got money. I mean, you're going to spend. I mean, you want
24.
Yeah, you're gonna go crazy, but you gotta expect that.
Well, you gotta expect it, but here's the thing though, right? Here's the thing. You know your dad is gonna be getting out sometime soon. You know that he's getting towards the end of his sentence, right? He doesn't have a life sentence, he had like a 25-year sentence. The only reason why Lil Meech was making the type of money he was making is because he's playing his dad.
Yeah.
If Lil Meech was just a regular actor and was going out for acting roles, I think he had like a small role in like Euphoria and stuff like that. But in general, 99% of the money that Lil Meech was making was playing his father.
But still, you gotta understand, still he's a kid.
I get it. But you would think that, look, as I'm making this money, I'm gonna put aside some money for my dad, so when he gets out, he's gonna be okay.
That's a responsible kid. Most kids not responsible like that. He probably thinking, my dad Big Meech, when he get out, he'll be all right. I mean, if he get out, I mean, I'm living this life. I got these girls. I'm famous. Like, that's a lot to go to your head, especially even outside of the blue like that. I mean, do you gotta figure, if you got $5 million, like I can get another $5 million if I got this for $5 million.
Yeah, listen.
I got another season coming up. I think.
I mean,
I got a lot of roles because he did a real good job in that BMF.
Well, he's playing his dad, and he looks like his dad.
I mean, but he still played the role.
But I think 50 sent him to acting school.
He did.
And I think he sent him to rehab because he used to show up high.
Well, I didn't know about that.
That's what 50 said.
Well, but so you don't think the guy gonna never work nowhere else?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying
That's
that you're
like
not
right
going
now.
to get a role that's a shoe-in, like playing your father, and you look like your father.
Yeah, played it real good.
Right?
Yeah. But just say you're 24. Before he was doing that, say you don't got no money. You give me $5 million.
No, listen, I went broke. I went broke.
Yeah,
I get it.
I
get it. But I wasn't making that type of money. I wasn't making $5 million in a few years.
But money changed and stuff cost way more than it cost before. They had $10,000 jeans back then.
Yeah, you're right.
Shit, $10,000 is buy all the jeans you need for 2 years. I mean, Levi's and some motherfucking. I mean, like
back in the day, you had like Red Monkeys,
Red Monkey,
Evisus, but those were like maybe a couple $100.
Yeah, like I think that was like $700 the tops.
10,000.
But you got to remember, you on Instagram, you can't wear the same Chrome Heart jeans again.
Fuck that. You'll see me wearing the same shit in different pictures.
For a kid, you got the same. You got to be different. You Lil Meech.